everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm showing you the methods I use to start many of my seedlings. It's very cost effective. It's free essentially, and it's recession friendly and proof. So what I did is I use various plastic containers. I am showing you here. These are the plastic containers from organic eggs my mother bought. She was gonna throw them away. I took it from her, I kept it, and I used it. This is a berry container. The berry containers are perfect because they have holes in them and you don't have to puncture holes in the berry containers. Now through this was an experiment, so I wasn't really like hard set on specific results, and that helped me not become too attached to my seedlings. Everything that I planted in the egg cartons sprouted very well. They did perfectly. The egg cartons are perfect meaning greenhouses. So if you are starting your seedling while it's still spring and it's still cool outside, the egg cartons are perfect for that because they're going to provide the right humid environment that your seedlings will need to sprout, and they will keep the soil moist longer and from getting hard, because in the spring you have random cooling of weather that happens even down south. So as you saw, I rubbed the egg carton earlier. That is clay, red clay, because I had them stored outside on my balcony. And there is construction over in the large field across from where I live, and it's very windy, so that blew a lot of red dust on my balcony. I had a lot of cleaning to do because of construction. Fast forward, you see my seedlings have sprouted. My seeds have sprouted. Now I have seedlings, and you can see that there is condensation in the egg carton. I planted cabbage. I also did hot peppers. What else did I do? I did squash and I did cantaloupe in the egg cartons, and those all sprouted with exception of few seeds. Every section that you see sprouted. So it's really, really great if you do this well. If you do it the right way, you can easily transplant your seedlings to a bigger container or directly into the earth with no problems. Now, this is where I had an issue with the egg carton. What I should have done was puncture holes at the bottom of the egg carton to allow excess water to flow out. I didn't do that, and because I did not do that, I actually had a lot of seedlings that died due to being overwatered and mildew and all of that. The first batch of seedlings that died was because it was too cold outside. I stored them outside because the soil that I was using, the organic soil I used, I noticed there was little critters in there, which is not bad. You want that bioactivity, but I didn't want it in the house and get into the plants that I had in the house. So here you see me planting. These are sweet peppers. These are bell peppers. And the water bottle, the smaller water bottle that you see me doing right here, would have been perfect if I had only punctured holes. So that was a really big lesson I learned from doing this experiment. The holes are very, very important. This little wooden thing that you see me using right here, oh, this was such a perfect tool. I did not have to buy anything extra for this entire planting season. I got that from my manicure kits. It's a whole bunch of these wooden spoolies that come in like a manicure kit, and I marked it at a 1/4 inch mark so I could know how far to poke a hole for my seeds. It was very, very handy. I still have that tool. I'm currently using it to check the moisture level in my soil for my plants. My plants are doing very, very well, even though a whole bunch of seedlings die at the beginning of the season when I started. But it was a very enlightening experiments, I learned a lot. So there was nothing that I lost from it. The water bottle experiment would have worked very well again if I only punctured holes and I kept that top on there that you see so I could have a greenhouse effect and put it back down. I kind of taped it, but I taped it too much and it wasn't enough airflow. So I noticed that there was some mildew going on and the soil was too wet. I only had one seed sprouts in the water bottle experiment, and I had at least 8 water bottles with like 4 to 6 seeds that I put in each hole. These are all organic seeds that I saved from bell peppers that I bought last year. So don't throw your seeds away, y'all. That's another big thing for saving money when you want to plant. When you have organic produce and they have seeds, things like peppers and things like that, make sure you save your seeds for you to plant next season. It comes in very handy. There were very few seeds that I had to buy this year, and I also managed to get some beautiful, great organic seeds from my home country of Liberia. I'm not gonna tell you how I did that. It's hush hush, top secret. But hopefully in the future I can share those with people. Here you see me watering the seeds that I sowed in these plastic bottles. I got very, very resourceful. I wanted to be as resourceful as I could be throughout this entire planting season and use everything that I had to my utmost advantage. And I took water bottles, I punctured holes at the top of the water bottles, and I used them to water my seedlings. So these are little makeshift watering containers that I made. I'm trying to show y'all there, the holes. I think I use a knife for this one, but if you want to have the best results, use a pin to do it because it makes a small enough hole, and you just put a whole bunch of holes throughout the bottle and you just squeeze, and you can keep the cap and just change out the bottle. At the beginning I was using spring water to water all my seedlings because I'm bougie like that. But it cost a lot of money. It wasn't really cost effective, so I stopped using the spring water. I was going through water like crazy. I already drink a gallon of water a day, so the prices was getting ridiculous for that. Here you see me writing. These are labels that I created to identify which seeds were in which pots. If you notice at the beginning of the video when I showed the cauliflower in the egg carton, I had label on there. This is how I did it. This paper is from the egg carton. I just took it off the egg carton and I ripped it up and I used it. So I literally got very resourceful. I did not throw anything away. I found a way to reuse everything that I possibly could, and I was very proud of myself for being as resourceful as I could possibly be with all the materials I already had. In part 2 of this video, you're gonna see my plants further on as they've gotten bigger. I have lots of squash, I have cantaloupes and all of that. And the containers that I'm using, I did not buy those containers, y'all. I reused everything. Those are nursery pots from other plants I had in the past, and I just used them. I also got a very large planter from my last apartment. Somebody left it and I kept it and used it. So yes, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you got a lot of good ideas. Reuse everything that you possibly can. Be as resourceful as you can, and you will not have to buy many gardening tools or materials, except for soil, and because that's important. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Toodles.